Welcome to Angry Guy Hates Everything, a show where we rate, review, and discuss everything. Good, bad, politics, non-politics, it doesn't matter. If it's stupid, we're going to talk about it. So that leads me for this first show on Angry Guy, which used to be real quick, Closed-Minded, which was strictly a political podcast, and that's just too damn hard. There's so many political channels, which is not the reason. The reason is I just got tired of constantly having to try to keep up with everything going on in a world that is literally on fire. And it was just, I was mad all the time. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to let this go. I've let this channel go for several months now, and this is actually the first post back. And I've switched it to Angry Guy Hates Everything, which is more appropriate for who I truly am. And looking at the monitor, dude, is this not a hideous, ugly shirt? Look at this thing. I'm looking at my monitor. This thing's horrible. The only reason I wear this because actually my plans today were to be out in my wood shop. This is a wood shop shirt, and but I got sidetracked by what we're going to talk about right now. And what we're going to talk about right now is, of course, Tenacious D, Jack Black, and Kyle, whatever his name is. I have no idea. And I have to say, now all the fallout has come out because, you know, in their show, I believe it was in Australia, the show that they had, where their true colors came out to shine of how much they hate everything and everybody on the right. Now, we already both know they're huge Biden supporters, which does not say a lot considering Joe Biden is literally running on 2 brain cells. And watching those 2 brain cells try to synapse, it's exhausting, literally exhausting. But at their show in Australia, which you probably know by now, being as brilliant as these 2 guys are, because one thing I cannot understand about liberals and the Hollywood liberal left is this country is pretty much split down the middle. And we're going to, just for the sake of argument, we're going to say you got 10% independents, 45 Democrat, 45% Republican. So knowing that half of the people you make money from are a different ideology than yours, why would you open your big, stupid, fat mouth and piss off that half of the people that, like myself now, will never, ever watch anything associated with Jack Black again? More on that in a second. But let's watch the video just in case you have not seen it. And I'm going to show you what 2 idiots truly look like.
Happy birthday, dear Kyle. Happy birthday. Make a wish, Canada. Don't miss Trump next time.
Now, isn't that hilarious? Don't miss Trump next time. Okay, Kyle, whatever your name is, Kyle Lardass, you are an idiot. All right? This is not funny in any stretch of the imagination. I don't care what your political leanings are. I got to be honest, I could care less. I do lean to the right. If you don't like the fact that I lean to the right, I truly do not care. But at no point in my life have I ever wished anybody would get shot. Even the hypocrites, I have never wished any of them to get shot. And I sure as hell have never wished for a president to get shot. And I've always said there's a massive difference between those of us on the right and those of them on the left. That if I was going down the road and I saw a dude or a woman, don't care, or in their case, somebody transitioning, on the side of the road with a flat tire, it's 100 degrees outside, and they had on I Love Joe Biden shirt, I would still stop and help them change their tire. But if I were on the side of the road and 100 degrees outside with a flat tire, and I had on my MAGA shirt or my MAGA hat, not one liberal would stop and help me. That's the difference between us and them. They are truly the party of hate. And if you don't believe me, just watch the news. Just watch MSNBC, watch NBC, ABC. You know, after Trump got shot, they said, we're going to calm down the vitriol. we're going to slow down the vitriol. And we're going to try to unify this country. That did not even make it 12 hours before the left was back on it again and doing what they do best, dividing the country. That is why I call them hypocrites, because they're shockingly hypocritical about everything. So, lo and behold, and all the genius that is Jack Black and Kyle, whatever his name is, they decide during their show, during Kyle, whatever his name is, birthday celebration, to make fun of the fact that Donald Trump almost got killed and said, next time, please don't miss Trump. So, now that you're caught up on that, just in case you haven't seen this part, so now these two clowns decide to come out with these massive apologies. They cancel the rest of the Tenacious D tour, which honestly, they shouldn't have to cancel it. Any country with any type of decency should just have canceled it for them right there. And from what I understand, Kyle, whatever his name is, has already been dropped by his agent or sponsors or whatever it is. He's shunned. He's out. His career is now over. This dude made a career-ending statement, but let's be very clear about this. They're not apologizing because what they did was absolutely wrong and disgusting. They're apologizing because of the backlash, because they got caught. That's the only reason they're saying they're sorry. Because if this backlash had not happened, Jack Black and Kyle, whatever his name is, would still be out there saying, you know what, we wish Trump would have died. We wish this 20-year-old kid who somehow outsmarted all of the Secret Service, the FBI, and the local police. One zit-faced 20-year-old kid outsmarted all of them. Had they not got caught in the backlash, they would still be out there bashing Trump, saying, please don't miss next time. Yeah. Okay, this goes back to what I was saying. If half of the country looks at things this way and the other half looks at things this way, why do you want to piss off half of the country that looks at things this way? Because you're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot. And more on to that point, I used to like Jack Black. Now, zero. I have nothing for him. But the thing that really pisses me off the most is my wife loved Jack Black. She thought he was one of the funniest things in this world. And then she came home from work the other day and I said, honey, you got to see this. And I showed her this video. And she was floored. Could not believe it. And of course, the first thing she says is, well, was it him that said it? And I said, no, it wasn't. It was Kyle, whatever his name is. But that's not the point. That's not the point. Because now they're saying, let's just read this. Tenacious D, let's see, Jack Black. Jack Black blindsided by Kyle Gass's Trump shooting comment ends Tenacious D tour. Well, let's be honest. You weren't that blindsided. I guarantee you all had already had these conversations. Man, I wish they'd have just killed Trump before you even took the stage on this. I guarantee it. I would bet my big toe on it that they had already said this numerous times before this show even happened. So Jack Black comes out and he says, I would never condone hate speech or encourage political violence in any form. After much reflection, a couple of hours, I no longer feel it is appropriate to continue the Tenacious D tour, and all future creative plans are on hold. I'm grateful to the fans for their support and understanding. So let's get something else clear. The reason we're canceling this tour is because nobody's going to show up now. Nobody's going to show up except those who are truly deranged and think that, it's pretty cool to try to assassinate a president. Those are the ones who are going to show up. So basically, Tenacious D, you would have been sitting out there playing to an empty room because of your idiotic, stupid, hypocrite comments. So then Kyle Gass comes up with his apology. I don't condone violence of any kind in any form against anyone. What happened was a tragedy, and I'm incredibly sorry for my severe lack of judgment. I profoundly apologize to those I've let down and truly regret any pain I've caused. Again, let's be clear. The only reason they regret this is because of the backlash. That's it. There's no other reason. If the fans had not turned on them, of course, except for apparently the fans in Australia who are laughing when they say this. But now we know Australia has already gone off the woke liberal edge. They are gone. They are gone to the point that several years ago, right around, I guess, a year after Biden, maybe, so I guess a few years ago, somebody came into my store and we were talking, and he was from Australia. And his wife just happened to be from New Zealand. She was a Kiwi. And I asked him, cool, what's going on? He's like, good day, mate. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? What are you doing here in the States? Let's get to the juxt of this. Let's get to the point. Why are you here? Not that I have anything against Australians. I like Australians. Well, I like most Australians. I've met a few that are just totally assholes. And he said, dude, we had to go. He said, Australia and New Zealand has become so woke and so liberal, you can't even breathe anymore. The government is controlling everything you do. And he said, we had to escape. We had to get back to the land of the free. And I said, well, enjoy it, because under this current regime, I don't know how much longer we're going to be free. Thank God we have governors like America's Governor Ron DeSantis, Abbott in Texas, steering that ship, fighting against the hypocrites and their demented ideology. But, again, one reason that I like Keanu Reeves so much, I don't know his political stances. I know he's a hell of a shot with a gun. But Keanu Reeves, being one of those Hollywood people, so I can only assume he's a Democrat, keeps his mouth shut. That's why everybody in the world loves Keanu Reeves. He keeps his mouth shut. He doesn't talk. He keeps his opinions to himself and just makes movies, does what he's supposed to do. And for that, I applaud Keanu Reeves. On the other hand, we have Jack Black and Kyle, whatever his name is, who can't keep their mouth shut. They're at the Biden rallies. They're throwing fundraisers for Joe Biden. They're doing everything they can to piss off one half of the country. You know what? It's not your job. I don't need your political rhetoric, Jack Black and Kyle, whatever your name is. And just for the sake of argument, I'm just going to call you Kyle Lardass, because that's what you are, and that's how I feel about you right now. I don't care about your political rhetoric. All I care is that you make movies and entertain me. That is your job. That's it. If my job was to make you shoes, do you really give a shit about my political beliefs? Or do you want me just to shut the hell up and make you shoes? Chances are you want me to shut the hell up and make you shoes. Same thing, Jack Black and Kyle Lardass. I just want you to shut up and entertain me. That's it. That's your only function in this life. But because of your stupidity, your ignorance, and your woeful blindness, you will never entertain me anymore. Because now me, nor my wife, who absolutely loves Jack Black, will never watch anything that he does again. Not only did you prove yourself to be an idiot, you lost, well, in me, a fan, and my wife, a massive fan. You lost her forever. So, for that, I am going to give Tenacious D, Jack Black, and Kyle Lardass a rating. And this is going to be the rating. How this works is my rating is backwards. I rate everything from 1 to 5 that I'm going to do. 5 being the absolute worst, you suck. You get 5 angry guys, you suck. You're the bottom of the barrel. Getting 1 angry guy means, well, okay, pretty cool. I can deal with it. Because nothing gets 0 angry guys. Absolutely nothing. But 1 is being the best. 5 being the absolute worst. So because of your absolute stupidity, your inability to relate to the other half of the country who just might watch your movies and go to your concerts, but not anymore. Your woeful blindness to the world around us, and the simple fact that you thought it was funny that a president, I don't care if he's Republican or Democrat, independent, I do not care, that you think it was funny a president had an assassination attempt. So for that, Jack Black, you get 5 angry guys. Tenacious D, you get 5 angry guys.
Happy birthday Don't miss Trump next time.